So coming to the concept, what is the T code for open? Yesterday, I think we have done two steps in the posting period, open and close posting posting period variant, as well as OB52 is the T code for open and close posting periods. Menu path. Okay. Tell me the menu path. And yesterday, whatever I said that field status variant, that I'm going to explain you again when the topic comes. But yesterday, you just understood that there are two ways to handle the fields, one by posting keys and another one by field status variants, right, Hemant? Correct, na? So, and the thing is, when one of the field is under required, one of in one of the area, like whether it is in posting keys or whether it is in 1 minute. Okay, so what I was telling you is we can control the fields in both the ways, whether it is in if it is in, it can be in posting keys and it can be in field status variant. Posting keys is nothing but uh, debit and credit based on the accounting rules, and we need to see which posting key is used, which posting key the system is using for which transaction code. And field status variant, as you know, it is assigned to the general ledger account. So what is general ledger account, where we are going to assign, again we are going to see it. So it's not like the end of the topic. uh, Posting keys can be used uh, in the transactions. When we post the transactions, at that time posting keys are used, and at the time of selecting the general ledger account, field status variant is already assigned to general ledger account. At that time we are going to see how to post the transaction, and how the field status variant is getting controlled, how the fields are getting controlled by using field status variant whenever we select the general ledger account. And one thing is, whenever it is under suppress in any of the area, whether it can be in posting keys or field status variant, whenever it is in required, we cannot make it under optional, or sorry, if it is under suppress, we cannot make it another area under required. So now if you see, if we go to FB50, and another thing we did not see, what was the code yesterday we were using? Give me a minute. What was the company code yesterday we used to post, to test these? No, that was our company code. To, to show you this transaction, we have used another company code. Okay, first we go to OB41 posting key. Triple two. Not triple two. Okay, let us see with this. So in one area in posting keys, I made the text field as suppress in the posting key, and in field status variant OBC4 we'll make it under optional. We'll take triple three only. We'll try with this triple three. So in field status variant we made text field as optional, and in posting keys we made text field as suppress. Now we post the document. 20th February 2026, general ledger account. We select rent expense, debit, and SBI bank will be credit 100. You see, whenever it is under optional, it is taking suppress, but if it is under required, field status variant will make it as required. What we have done in posting key, sorry, in field status variant we made the text field as required entry, and in field status group we made text field as, okay, we will make required here in field status group. In posting key we will make it as suppress. This is posting key. Posting key is under suppress. In field status variant it is under required. Okay. So here you can see this is field status variant. Here you can see field status variant. That means this is under field status variant. Here in field status variant we made the text field as required, and in posting keys we made the text field as suppress. Now we will post the entry. debit the expense and credit the bank account. Now click enter. Now you can see rules for posting key is set incorrectly. That means whenever there is required and suppress, we'll get an error. Whenever it is suppress and optional, there will be no error. Okay. So when it is required and suppress, when it is suppress, we cannot make it as required. When it is suppress, we need to make it as optional at least. If we make optional, we can see that it will be under suppress only. Now you see we made as optional and suppress will be taking into the effect. Now you see there is no error, but the thing is the text field made as suppress, we cannot enter anything in suppress in the text field, even though if we enter it will show us it is under suppress. You see an entry field in the field item text is not permitted because it is under suppress. So suppress is selected for the posting key 40. Okay, Radhika, are you there? Understood, Radhika? Hemant, at least some point? No, little bit. Okay. You need to practice. Actually, Radhika and everyone have practiced. That is the reason they are able to get into the next step. But you need to make the first step happen. You need to face errors. You need to see the system. You need to know how the system is behaving. You need to know even the errors also. Once you practice, in the next step you'll get some clarity. But okay, you now also if you practice, you'll get some clarity. But you need to practice. Only the thing is practice. And what are the account types we have, and what are the account groups? There is a small difference between account types and account groups. Did we see that? No, right? Till now? No, I don't think so. Okay, now in posting period variant, when we configure the posting period variant, we are going to see what is account types. So that we are going to see. In SAP, we only have 5 account types. That Radhika, what are the account types? Okay, vendor, material, asset, customer, GL account. Okay, what is AD? What is A? Mhm. Mm. Okay. And the menu path. Mhm. Mhm. Fiscal year and posting periods here, and then posting periods. So in fiscal year and posting periods, we have posting periods. In posting periods, we have open and close posting periods. Hmm. 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 ఈసీసీలో నువ్వు డాక్యుమెంట్లోకి వెళ్తావా? డాక్యుమెంట్లోకి వెళ్ళి ఓకే. ఓకే. డాక్యుమెంట్లోకి వెళ్ళొద్దు. మళ్ళీ S4HANA ఈసీసీ అని ఉండదు. వెర్షన్స్ చేంజ్ అవుతుంటాయి. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 2021 వర్షన్ ఉండేది. దాని తర్వాత 2023 వర్షన్ వచ్చింది. ఇప్పుడు 2025 వర్షన్ వచ్చింది. సో ఈసీసీ S4HANA కాకుండా when you change your versions also, for example 2023 version you are using, instead of 2023 if you are using 2025, there will be some changes here and there. Options will be changing and there will be some integration changes also. Some fields will be changing even in the versions whatever you are using. So ECC, ECC, it's been, need to check, but ECC is not going up to date. ECC, it is going to stop within 2 years, so no need to remember that also, because in the next 2 years ECC will get stopped. Oh, so you don't remember those ECC, but try to practice in S4 HANA. And even S4 HANA, even updated than this private cloud. Now we are using private cloud. That means we are using this all in the software. But in public cloud, we need to open Chrome and here we need to type the URL. From here we can access SAP. No need of software. Only by using URL. So you see public cloud, SAP public cloud. If you see the images, mm, yeah, I think you know about this Fury app. Same like Fury app. It will be same like Fury app. So this will be screen will be like this. So directly you are going to use URL. It is not based on the software. SAP S4HANA Cloud Public Edition. If you see here, this is all about managing the entire software by using URL, but it is not so as flexible as S4HANA. We can create an application here in this software. If we are using software, by using coding, we can entirely create a new application, entirely create a new process, a new process in this. But it is not possible in public cloud. Public cloud is just there, like whatever is there we need to use that. Everything integration, no need to make the integration directly, everything will be integrated. We need to just give the names. And to implement this software it takes only 6 months, maximum 6 months, not even 1 year, minimum 4 months, 4 to 6 months. But to implement this software private edition, it takes minimum of 1 year, maximum 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, it might be based on industry whatever the business is there. If it is very big business like Tata, Reliance, it might take 5 years to 10 years. If it is like Vizag steel plant is there, so it takes another 10 years. Still it is under process. They are still making process because so many processes is there, so much of integration is there, so many modules are there, data is so much. So in order to do those, they are taking so much of time to implement. If it is small business, it will take like 1 to 2 years, minimum of 1 year for private cloud. For this private cloud, but now we are using private cloud. Private cloud is the biggest software because we can create the entire software applications. We can create processes, but not FICO consultants, based on the help with ABAP developers, they can create, but we need to tell them the process. But in public cloud, in this public cloud, no processes can be created, no applications can be created. Whatever is there, only those we need to use it. But this is flexible. Only the main advantage of this is flexible, as well as less costly than private cloud. So here you see key aspects of SAP Public Cloud: architecture and deployment, a multi-tenant shared environment hosted by SAP, ensuring all users are on the same updated version. There is no need to update version here. Automatically version will get updated. But if we use private cloud, we need to update the version whenever SAP release any new version. Like 2021 version, 2023 version. Now just before 20 days, 2025 version have come into the picture. They have released before 1 month only, but in order to implement that, to get into the public, it is taking time. Still now it is not updated. It didn't came into the market, but yes, it is there. They have released 2025 version. So every time whenever they release the version, we need to update it manually, but not in public cloud. Public cloud, automatically it is updated. So this is greenfield approach. There will be greenfield and brownfield that I'm going to explain you. So this is only a greenfield approach, not a brownfield. Covers core business functions including finance with green ledger for carbon tracking, procurement and supply chain. 90% more efficient navigation. That means there is no need for us to remember the T code. Even the names, for example, here open and close posting periods we said. If we enter that open and close posting periods in the search bar, we can get that application. We can directly go into that. No need to, yes, T codes are also there, but we need to activate the T codes in this public version, public cloud. And cost model, subscription based license, shifting from capex to opex. Lower total cost of ownership. That's what I was telling you. This is less costly because there is no flexibility. Whatever is there, that only we need to do. We cannot create the process, we cannot create the applications, we cannot code anything. We can only design the reports. Yes, coding will be there, but just for designing, not to create entirely new applications or processes. This is scalability. Who can use this? For who? Which companies this is used? Suitable for companies of various sizes. Any company can use various sizes. Even the smallest to smallest company, like any hotels or any restaurants, even they also can use this. Like small scale industry, like any multiplexes, any cinema theaters, even they can use this software. Particularly those needing quick, standardized and scalable. Quick means they can implement this software in just months of time, not years. Just 2 3 months also we can create if it is very small business. And if they are, even the employees who are working in that organization should be quick in giving the information to us. They need to take decisions very quick. Only then implementation will be quick. Standardized. Standardized means there is no customized, only standard. Whatever is there, standard options, whatever. For example, business area they have given. Only business area we can create. We cannot create entirely new thing like any area like business area. That we cannot do. We cannot create any process. Scalable, anything can be done. It has so much of scope. It means innovation, continuous automatic updates, because it is in the it is we are going to use it based on URL. Update will be automatic. They are going to update it in the internet only, but not but here in public, in private cloud we cannot do that because this is a software. In order to update this software, we need to do it manually. And there is no heavy maintenance also will also be very low here. Data management and any data inconsistencies will not be there. So high security standards suitable for most businesses with specialized options available for highly regulated industries. Regulated industries means they don't have a new process. New process means mm, they are going to sell, receive the money. That's it. That is standard, regulated. But in some businesses, after they sell, they need to verify the invoice. After verification, they need to approve the invoice. If there is such cases after sale, instead of receiving the payment or to make the payment, if there are some processes between the invoice and payment, we need to create a separate process. That we cannot do here. That is not regulated. That is not regular. In private cloud, we can do that. For example, after we sell, we need to pay. Between the payment, there are some approvals which we need to get from higher authorities. So only if they approve, we can make the payment. So that process can be done in private cloud. We can code it based on Abapus help. We can do that, but that cannot be done in this public cloud. That is a disadvantage here. So only whatever is there as standardized processes after sell directly make the payment, that can be done. We cannot create anything. So for those type of industries and for those type of businesses which doesn't have new mm, processes, which doesn't require any specialized customization, they can use this public cloud. But now we are going to use private cloud. This is private cloud, normal software which should be installed in order to use that. But public cloud doesn't need any software. Directly go to the URL. You'll get the URL here. Same like this NetWeaver and Fiori apps only. So we'll do that, but not now. But we are going to do that in automatic payment program. So here, if you see, what is decode for house bank creation? Yes. So here, when we create the bank accounts, you see here we are going directly into Internet Explorer. This is not software. So from here we can access the software. Same like this public cloud. Only for this Fiori app we have. This is integrated with website Fiori and NetWeaver. Same like that public cloud. Okay. Understood the difference between public cloud and private cloud? Here if you see in the top HANA cloud.sap, here if you see in the top they are using the URL. So based on this URL they went into SAP. Now if you see, okay, they have not entered anything. Default spaces. The maintain business partner is there. So click on that to maintain the business partner. Username, accounts payable, like this they are going to give. This will be the public cloud edition. Same like this, we are going to have all the names. We are going to select those. They are going to create BP role. They are adding the BP roles to the business partner. So what is BP role? Everything we are going to understand. And this will be all again when we are starting the project. We are going to deploy and we are going to do some scope and organizational structure we are going to create. So these all will be in CBC system, that is central business configuration. Here we are going to do the configuration. There will be two softwares. So one will be CBC and another one will be ALM. So where we are going to do the postings in the next server. Same like S4 HANA in private cloud, how we have development server and testing and production. There are three servers here where we are going to use transport request to send the configurations from development to testing, from testing to production. Same like that in public cloud we are going to have two servers. One is for configuration, one is for directly do the transactions. For configuration we are going to use CBC. A separate URL will be there for CBC, and for doing the transaction, for going into the production, there will be another server. There we cannot do any type of transactions. Sorry, there we cannot do any type of configurations. And that is all about the introduction for public cloud and private cloud, the difference between public cloud and private cloud. ECC and S4 HANA, that is very outdated. Now we need to see the differences between private cloud and public cloud. It is updated, and now AI Joule have come. So even that is under process. It's not yet fully implemented, but AI is using, we are going to use AI in SAP only to produce the reports, only to analyze, not for configurations, not to do any sort of configurations. Whatever we are doing, that is not done by AI. AI can only produce the reports based on the transactions, whatever the data we have posted into the system. Just to produce like I think you know about data analysis, data science, and data analytics. These are the courses where we are going to use different tools, SQL and Power BI, to analyze the situations. Those all things will be done by AI in SAP, not for configurations. Once we post the transaction, for example, if we want to estimate what can be the sale for the next year based on the previous 10 years, that can be done by AI because data is already there. It will just apply the formula, that's it, for the data whichever we have posted. Only for producing the reports, only for analyzing, we have AI in SAP. Like in ChatGPT, if you see, to produce any image or to produce any, if we upload any file and if I ask it to make some calculations, it will do that. The same like that in SAP also. If we want to create any reports, if we want to analyze some reports based on the data, that can be done by AI tool. It is also not yet fully implemented into SAP. It is still under process. They have started. They are testing that AI, how far it is going to do once they get some input. And also to make the configurations, AI cannot do that for configurations. And I think the communication should be very good with the AI, that if we need anything, the prompt should be very clear, whatever we give. And now, and if you get any projects into public cloud, directly go into it. Or even though if you don't know, first you go, because there is no much thing to do there. Directly giving the names, whatever they tell us, create 10 business areas, we need to just go, we need to type business area, like same like this here. We are typing the T code. What is the T code to create business area? OX03. Here we are typing OX03 in public cloud. Directly type business area. That's it. We'll get that folder, open that, give the names and save it. Very simple. And it takes very little time to handle that. And to complete the project also, you can add your projects into your CV. Just within 1 year, you can add 1 to 2 projects. But in S4 HANA, in private cloud, it takes 1 to 2 years minimum to add one project into the resume. And coming to the posting periods, the menu path will be financial accounting and financial accounting global settings, and then ledgers, fiscal year and posting periods. Here we have posting periods not. Under posting periods, we have open and close posting periods. The T code is OB52. Execute this. Give the posting period variant. What is the posting period variant we have created? G, GG. What is posting period variant? What is the posting period variant we have created yesterday? G9. No. G1. G9 where we have created fiscal year or what? Even I also remember somewhere we have created G9. Fiscal year variant we have created G9. The posting period variant is G1. Now go to open and close posting periods. Execute this. Give the posting period variant G1 and click on new entries. Clear. Okay, so now I'll just enter everything first and then I'll explain these things. First, what we need to enter in the first line, plus. Okay, yeah. So now the next account type which I'm going to start with the second line is A, that is assets, and D, customers, K, vendors, M, materials, S, GL accounts. Shall I select V? You said only 5, but I am able to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why so? No, you said only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, D, K, M, S. But there is V also. What about that? Shall we select or not? And if not, why? And if yes, why? Any idea? That is another module just introduced just before 1 2 years. Not 1 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. It's been 2 years. That is FICA, Finance and Contract Accounts. So our module is FICO. So this comes under another module, FICA. So contract accounts is not into our scope, so no need to select because we are doing FICO. Don't select V. And this from account and to account is the general ledger account numbers what we are going to create in the future. For each general ledger account we are going to have one number. So that general ledger account number, from which number to which number under this assets account type, that we are going to select it here. And how many posting periods are there in the fiscal year? Yes. So here I'm going to from period 1 and 2020. What is the fiscal year? 2025 or 2026? 2025. So period number 12 will be coming in 2025. And next from period 2 and to period 2 is used for the special posting periods, that is 13 2025 to 16 2025. So that should be given for the entire all the account types. And here just give ZZZ. We have not yet created any general ledger accounts, but if you want to give a separate posting period for a separate general ledger account, you can mention it here, that number from account into account. If you want to mention only for one general ledger account, you can specify only one general ledger account number from account to account. So coming to the explanation, give me a minute, I'm just missing my pen stylus because here I need stylus and also internet has been lost. Give me a minute, I'll be back. Okay. Okay. Uh, so here, if you see, the account type ADKMS, whatever the account type ADKMS is there, these are the account types which are available in the system. And okay, so whatever I was trying to explain you is not there. It's not there in the help portal. But as of now, what we are going to understand is these are the only account types which we are going to have in the entire SAP FICO. And why these account types are there? There is a small difference between account types and account groups. I think you all are from accounting background. Is there anyone who is not from accounting background, who doesn't know the rules of accounting? Who is that? Always Hemant only. Okay. So rules of accounting actually to make you what is rules of accounting? Anyone? Not traditional approach. I need modern approach. There is two approaches for rules of accounting. Why I'm going to explain you is once you post any entry, whether it is debiting or crediting, everything will be belonging based on that. Like everything will be based on the debit and credit only in FICU, because no other module no debit and credit. Only FICO module person know debit and credit, and only we need to create general ledger accounts. Only in general ledger account we are going to use debit and credit. Which general ledger account is getting debited, which general ledger account is getting credited, need to be understand only when you know the rules of accounting, or at least tell me what is the journal entry, any journal entry which you know. Hello, everyone. Yeah, any. Okay, okay, nice. So now debited, what is meaning of debit and credit? What comes in debit, what goes out credit, huh? What is journal entry for depreciation? Depreciation account data to cash or bank. Asset account, furniture account or car account. For example, I need to post depreciation for car. What is journal entry? I have one car. That is when we purchase. Same car I am going to depreciate after 1 year. Mm, Then what is coming in, what is going out there? డెబిట్ మీన్స్, డెబిట్ అంటే మనం తీసుకోవడం, క్రెడిట్ అంటే ఇవ్వడం అంటున్నారు. ఓకే. అది యాక్చువల్ మీనింగ్ అది. అసలు డెబిట్, క్రెడిట్ అన్న మీనింగ్ అసలు ఏ వర్డ్ నుంచి వచ్చింది అంటే లాటిన్ వర్డ్. డెబిటో, క్రెడిటో అన్న దాని నుంచి వాళ్ళు తీసుకున్నారు. ఆ మీనింగ్ అది. మీరు చెప్పేది మీనింగ్. కరెక్ట్. అది ఒరిజిన్. బట్ ఇన్ అకౌంట్స్ వి కాల్ ద సేమ్ డెబిటో అండ్ క్రెడిటో యాస్ డెబిట్ అండ్ క్రెడిట్. But in accounts, debit and credit is something different. There is no meaning for that. Okay. In max, adding means, plus means adding. That is the meaning. 1 plus 2. That is called as 3. So 1 plus 2 is nothing but adding. Subtracting means 2 minus 1. That is the meaning. 2 లో నుంచి 1 తీసేసేయాలి. That is subtracting. But in accounting, we don't call adding, subtracting. Here we have debit and credit. Adding, subtracting, yes, we have that. We are going to do it in the last. But the debit and credit is nothing but the language of accounting. That is the language of accounting. So anyone is from Canada? Did I explain you this before? What I explained? What? Hmm. Yes, that's what. Hmm. That's it. Left means debit, right side means credit. In accounting, we call not left and right, debit side and right side, debit side and credit side. So that is left and right. We don't call here left right. Debit side, credit side. Left means debit, right means credit. It's not like coming in, going out. That is traditional approach. That is there. That is there. That is also one of the golden rule. That is traditional approach. Give me a minute. So as I am telling you, debit and credit. As you know, the debit and credit, and I just want you to see one video. I'll show you a video. So if you see that, I hope you'll understand. So if you have any doubts, So this will be the video. So try to see this. Anyhow, I'll explain, but try to watch that. Because we are going to have account groups there. In SAP, we only have assets, liabilities, and expenses and incomes. These are the account groups, four account groups. What are those? Assets, liabilities, expenses, and incomes. These are account groups. These are purely based on accounting, pure accounting, not FICO, not SAP, pure accounting. Even in SAP FICO, it will be there. Even in Tally, it will be there. Anywhere accounts is there, if the ERP is related to accounting, or if no ERP is there, even if it is manual accounting, even if it is bookkeeping, everywhere we have only four categories: expenses, incomes, assets, and liabilities. These are the account groups. But assets, customers, vendors, materials, GL accounts, here we are going to have account types. These are account groups. Whatever expenses, liabilities, whatever which I am telling you, these are account groups. But these are account types. In posting periods, whatever we are seeing, this is account types. And these account types are used only when we have subledger accounts. There is a difference between general ledger and subledger. Only when we have subledger accounts, we are going to use these account types. A difference between general ledger and subledger. What is difference between general ledger and subledger? Did I explain you? And did I explain you this account groups, expenses, liabilities, assets, and incomes? Did we have any discussion? What is expenses, what is liabilities, assets, and incomes? Not account types. No, I'm not talking about SAP. I'm talking about normal account groups. These. Okay, then depreciation. Did we talk about depreciation? So only debit and credit we spoke. Depreciation also we discussed previously. Mhm. Then what is the difference between asset and expenses? Did I not explain you in depreciation? Depreciation is nothing but expenses. Assets is nothing but the astulu in Telugu, what we call. Okay, then we are going to have a separate class on this instead of going into directly account types. So we'll understand what is account groups, what is expenses, assets, then only we can discuss about these account types. So account groups, anyhow, we are going to see it when we create. Shall we see account groups or account types? Account types is in posting periods. Account groups, we are going to create it when we create chart of accounts. So chart of accounts we are going to create in future classes, another class in the future when we create. After this only we are going to do. After this, anyhow, we are going to do it after this posting periods. We need to create chart of accounts and then account groups and then general ledger accounts. Okay, anyhow, we have only 5 minutes. In this 5 minutes, account groups. Which one? Account groups we have already explained. No? Hmm. Account groups not yet. Hmm. No, in 5 minutes we cannot complete that. Eh, It's not. I'm not having stylus to explain. I'm. I lost my stylus. You give me some time. Tomorrow or tomorrow. Anyhow, tomorrow is Saturday. No? Yeah, tomorrow we'll have class. Tomorrow we'll see this account groups. But you see, when this is a good concept, why to go in a hurry? All other things are normal configurations, just like creation of contact list in the. But the thing is, in SAP, it's not about configuration; it's about integration. How we integrate with other module, it's all about that. Now we are going to do configurations. Configurations is the basics of consultant. After this configuration, there will be a next step. When you go into the job, you will understand that. When you learn another module, when you communicate with other module person, then you will understand the main challenging task for the consultant is the integration. So these are all basics. Configurations is nothing. Configuration just enter, save it, post the transaction, complete. But after you post the transaction, whether it is correctly it is doing, what is the posting key we are going to use, what are the account groups, the rules of accounting, account types, general ledger and sub ledger. General ledger and sub ledger, any idea about general ledger and sub ledger? Anyone? What is general ledger? What is sub ledger? What is ledger? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, correct. అందరికీ తెలుసా కాన్సెప్ట్? ఎనీహౌ హేమంత్కి తెలియదు కదా, హేమంత్కి ఎలాగని చెప్పాలి. సో ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ ఆస్కింగ్ లైక్ హూ ఆల్ నోస్ sub ledgers, reconciliation accounts, reconciliation account type. These all we need to do. No problem, we'll do it slowly. We can complete it. And today I'm going to wrap up the session. I'll search and I'll keep my stylus ready for the next class. But tomorrow we'll see this account groups, account types. Same. 11, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. This will be interesting topic in the entire FICO. So we'll take some time and we'll do this. And rest of all the concepts are normal, just configuration level, just like field status variant. We have seen no one way we have selected, and in posting key, if it is a separate field status variant, it should not uh, be in contrast with field status variant. The field status variant which is there in posting keys and the field status variant which is assigned to the general ledger account, same like that. Configurations will be very easy, just practically if we see it will be understandable. But the thing is, these things whatever we are going to do in the next class will not be available in the SAP. So that we are going to do the rules of accounting and the basics of accounts. Anyhow, Hemant is there, so Hemant needs to be picked up. Any doubts for today's class? So I'm going to stop it till here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. కరెంట్ ఇయర్ ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ ఎందుకు ఓపెన్ చేస్తారు ఆడిటింగ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత? మ్మ్. మ్మ్. ఆ ఇయర్ ఓపెన్ చేసుకోవాలి. మ్మ్. ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్. మ్మ్. ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ ఓపెన్ చేసుకోవాలి. ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్కి సంబంధించిన కంట్రోల్ ఇండికేటర్స్ ఉంటాయి, అవి చేసుకోవాలి. ఆ ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ది ఉంటే ఆ ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ యాక్టివేట్లో ఉండాలి. ఎఫ్ఐలోనే కాదు, సిఓలో కూడా యాక్టివేట్లో ఉండాలి. మ్మ్. మ్మ్. ఎందుకు పోస్ట్ చేయం, ఎందుకు చేస్తామని చెప్పు. అసెట్ ఒక్కసారి బ్యాలెన్సెస్ క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ అయిపోయాక మనం చేయలేము. క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ బ్యాలెన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. ఒక ఇయర్ నుంచి ఇంకొక ఇయర్కి క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ అయిన తర్వాత చేయలేము. బ్యాలెన్సెస్ క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ నుంచి ఇయర్కి వీ కెనాట్ డూ దాట్. మళ్ళీ మనం దాన్ని ఒక పని చేయొచ్చు. క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ బ్యాలెన్సెస్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత అయితే అవ్వదు. ఎందుకంటే ఒక ఇయర్ క్లోజ్ అయిపోతుంది, ఆ బ్యాలెన్సెస్ అన్ని క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ అయిపోతాయి నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్కి. సో అప్పుడు ఎలా మళ్ళీ అప్పుడు పోస్ట్ చేయలేము కదా. వీ కెనాట్ డూ దాట్. క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ అవ్వకపోతేనా బ్యాలెన్సెస్? క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ చేయకపోతే చేయొచ్చు, కానీ మనం క్లోజ్ చేసేస్తాం కదా. ఇయర్ క్లోజ్ చేసిన తర్వాత క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ చేయకుండా అది ఎలాగ వదిలేస్తాము? కరెంట్ ఇయర్ అవ్వదు. అవ్వదు అవ్వదు. కరెంట్ ఇయర్ అవ్వదు. ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ క్లోజ్ చేస్తే అది అవ్వదు. 2 ఇయర్స్ అవ్వదు అంటున్నా కదండి. ఇప్పుడు మీరు అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్కి నో ఆన్సర్. ఇయర్ పోస్ట్ చేయాలి, ఆ ఇయర్ పోస్ట్ చేయాలంటే ఎలాగవుతుంది? ఒక్కొక్కసారి క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ బ్యాలెన్సెస్ చేస్తేనే ఇయర్కి అవుతుంది. వన్స్ ఇఫ్ వీ క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ ద బ్యాలెన్సెస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ టు దిస్ ఇయర్, then only we can post the transaction or depreciation in the current year. If we do that, we cannot post in previous year. For example, if we want to post in previous year, we should not carry forward the balances. If we do that, we can post it in previous year. When we post in previous year without carry forwarding to the current year, we cannot post in current year. Month. Mm, mm, mm. చేయొచ్చు. Yeah, we can do that. If you want to post it in January month, you are in February month, you can post it. Just open the posting periods, open and close posting periods, and you can post it. Yes, correct. Okay, welcome. Any more doubts? Others? రాధిక ఒకటి బాగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తుందని నాకు ఒకటి అయితే అర్థమైంది. హ్మ్. ఇప్పుడు కాదు. ఎప్పటినుంచో మీరు బాగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తున్నారా అంటున్నా. అంటే ఇప్పుడు కాదు. ఐ మీన్ టు సే యూ హ్యావ్ గుడ్ హ్యాండ్స్ ఆన్ ప్రాక్టీస్. గుడ్. నైస్ క్వశ్చన్. లైక్ యువర్ క్వశ్చన్. హ్మ్. హ్మ్. ఎవరు? ఇంటర్వ్యూలోనా? హుహు. హుహు. ఆహా! ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్, ఈ ఇయర్ 2 ఇయర్స్ పోస్ట్ చేయొచ్చు అంటున్నారు అతను. ఓకే. మీరు ఎన్ని ఇయర్స్ ఎక్స్‌పీరియన్స్ పెట్టారు? ఆ క ఆహా! ఓకే. ఓకే. అందుకు మీకు అలాంటి క్వెషన్‌లు అడుగుతున్నాడు. హ్మ్. 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 పేమెంట్ బ్లాకా? మాస్టర్‌లోనే ఉంటది. వెండర్ మాస్టర్‌లో, బీపీలో. ఏం పోస్టింగ్ 1000, 2000? హ్మ్. F110లో 2000 ఇన్వాయిస్ 2000కి ఉందా? F110 పేమెంట్ చేయిస్తారా? పేమెంట్ అయిపోయిందా? మరి ఆటోమేటిక్‌గా 2000 ఇన్వాయిస్ ఉంటే 2000కి అయిపోతది అది. పేమెంట్ బ్లాక్‌లో ఉందా? హ్మ్. మీరు అడిగే క్వశ్చన్ కూడా నాకు అర్థం కాలేదండి. ఫస్ట్ ఇన్వాయిస్ ఎంత ఉంది? 2000 రూపీస్ మనం కట్టాలి వెండర్‌కి. హ్మ్. 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 1000 పే చేయాలా? ఓకే. 2000లో F110లో మనం ఆటోమేటిక్ పేమెంట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేసేటప్పుడు మనం పే చేయాల్సింది 2000 అయినా కూడా మనం అతను పే చేయమని చెప్పింది 1000 రూపీసే పే చేయమన్నారు F110లో. అప్పుడు F110లో 1000 రూపీస్ పే చేయాలంటే వెండర్‌లో F110లో అవ్వదు. డైరెక్ట్ మాన్యువల్‌గా అవుట్ గోయింగ్ పేమెంట్‌లో చేయాలి. F110లో డైరెక్ట్ మొత్తం ఇన్వాయిస్ పే అయిపోతది. 2000 ఉందనుకోండి డ్యూ. 2000 మొత్తం పే అయిపోతది. ఆర్ఎల్స్ ఏదైనా డౌన్ పేమెంట్ ఉంటే డౌన్ పేమెంట్లో అడ్జస్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. హోల్డ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఆ 2000 రూపీస్ హోల్డ్ చేయాలి అంటే ఆ ఇన్వాయిస్ ఒక్కటి బ్లాక్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఇన్వాయిస్ ఒక్కటి బ్లాక్ చేయాలంటే మరి ఒకసారి మాడ్యూల్ ఎవరైనా తెలిసిన వాళ్ళు ఉంటే ఇలాగ ఇన్వాయిస్ ఒక్కటి ఉంది, ఆ ఇన్వాయిస్ ఒక్కటి మనం బ్లాక్ చేయొచ్చా అని ఒకసారి అడగండి. వెండర్కి అన్ని ఇన్వాయిసెస్ పే చేయాలి, ఈ ఇన్వాయిస్ ఒక్కటి బ్లాక్ చేయాలి. పేమెంట్ బ్లాక్ ఒక వెండర్కి చేయొచ్చు కానీ ఇన్వాయిస్కి పేమెంట్ బ్లాక్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. కానీ ఇన్వాయిస్కి ఉందో లేదో ఒకసారి కనుక్కోవాలి. ఉంటుంది, కాన్ఫిగరేషన్స్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. కాకపోతే కాన్ఫిగరేషన్స్లో ఒక్క ఇన్వాయిస్కి ఉండదు. సో ఎంటైర్ వెండర్కి సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, ఎంటైర్ పేమెంట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్కి సెలెక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. కానీ పార్ట్ పేమెంట్స్ అవ్వాలి అన్నా కూడా దాంట్లో మనం మాన్యువల్గా చేసుకోవాలి. దాంట్లో రెసిడ్యువల్ ఐటమ్స్ ఉంటాయి, పార్షియల్ పేమెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి. రెసిడ్యువల్ ఐటమ్స్లో చేసుకోవాలా లేదా పార్షియల్ పేమెంట్లో చేయాలా? ఆటోమేటిక్ పేమెంట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్లో అవ్వదు కదండి. అది మనం మాన్యువల్గా సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటేనే అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? ఇంకేం డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఓకే. Okay then, we'll meet tomorrow by 11 a.m. Any doubts? Any more? If everything is clear, we'll wrap up the session and we'll meet tomorrow.